Genesis 49 verse 10 reads, "The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh comes, and to him will be the obedience of the people." In this verse it seems to be implied that Shiloh, Messiah, should be outside of the clan of Judah. What is the explanation for this argument? The interpretation of Genesis 49 verse 10, particularly the term Shiloh, has been a subject of considerable debate among scholars and theologians for centuries. The passage is part of Jacob's blessings to his sons, where he makes prophetic statements about their futures and the destiny of their descendants. The verse is traditionally understood as a messianic prophecy within both Jewish and Christian traditions, although interpretations of who or what Shiloh represents may vary. The verse indicates that the scepter, which symbolises rulership, and the lawgiver, who represents the law, shall remain with Judah until Shiloh comes. Shiloh is often interpreted as a reference to the Messiah, although the exact identity and meaning of the term are not clear from the text itself. Several scholars believe that the word "until" in the verse indicates the time at which Judah's authority ended. Therefore, Shiloh, Messiah, does not descend from David's lineage, which is traced back to Judah.
Does the Quran mention Muhammad as an apocalyptic Messiah whom the Jews await? The reference to Muhammad as an apocalyptic Messiah whom the Jews await is not explicitly mentioned in the Quran. However, there is an indirect mention in Surah 2, verse 89, that some scholars and interpreters have suggested could be interpreted in this context. The verse reads, "And when the book from Allah came to them, Jews," which confirms the book in their possession, and before that they used to pray for victory through the medium of this very prophet over the disbelievers. So when the one whom they fully recognized came to them, they turned disbelievers. Therefore Allah's curse is upon the disbelievers. This verse is believed by some to refer to a prophecy mentioned in Jewish scriptures about a future apocalyptic Messiah, leading to the belief that the Jews were awaiting this promised Messiah. In Islamic belief, Muhammad is considered the final prophet sent by Allah and is seen as fulfilling various prophecies mentioned in previous religious texts. Therefore, some Muslims interpret Surah 2 verse 89 as indirectly referring to Muhammad as the awaited Messiah. It is important to acknowledge that interpretations of religious texts can diverge among different scholars and individuals. While some may see a connection between Muhammad and the awaited Messiah based on this verse, others may have different interpretations or understandings.
Some believe that the statement, "And unto him shall the gathering of the people be," in Genesis 49 verse 10, refers to the replacement of the Jewish nation by new nations, specifically pointing to the Muslim community as a whole. Muhammad is regarded as a Shiloh. This interpretation is supported by Matthew 8 verse 12. Can you explain this interpretation further? The verse from Genesis 49 verse 10 is part of the blessings Jacob gave to his sons before he died, where each son's blessing contained prophecies about their descendants. The verse in question is traditionally ascribed to Judah. "The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be." Shiloh is a term that has been interpreted in various ways over the centuries. In Jewish interpretation, it is often understood as a reference to the Messiah from the line of Judah, who would be a ruler over Israel. Christianity interprets Jesus as this Messiah and thus as Shiloh. However, some Muslim scholars interpret Shiloh as a prophecy of Muhammad. In this view, the verse is seen as a prediction that rulership, the scepter, and religious authority, the lawgiver, would remain with the descendants of Judah until a new prophet, Muhammad, arises, and to him the obedience of the peoples would turn. This interpretation thus sees the Muslim community as the fulfillment of this prophecy, with Muhammad being Shiloh and the Muslim Ummah community as the gathering of the people. Matthew 8 verse 12, on the other hand, is a part of the New Testament where Jesus says, "But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth." This verse is often interpreted in a Christian context to mean that those who were originally chosen, the Jewish people, but do not accept Jesus as the Messiah, will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Some Muslim interpreters might use this verse to support the idea that there is a new chosen community, the Muslims, that has replaced the old, the Jewish people, due to their acceptance of the final prophet Muhammad, as prophesied in Genesis. It's important to note that this interpretation is not a traditional or mainstream understanding within Judaism or Christianity. Both religions typically do not see Muhammad as prophesied in their scriptures. Jewish tradition does not recognize either Jesus or Muhammad as the fulfillment of the messianic prophecies, and Christianity does not recognize Muhammad as a prophet. However, there is the Quranic message of the Surah 2 verse 133 to the Jews and Christians. Or were you witnesses when death approached Jacob, and he said to his sons, "What will you worship after me?" They said, "We will worship your God and the God of your fathers, Abraham, Ishmael, and Isaac, one God, and to him we submit."